Just a quick introduction. Again, my day job is I'm a director in our business systems organization, which is our IT organization at Grainger. So while I might not be the HR person that's not looking at resumes, I am responsible for pushing all kinds of new technology at our team members and building the expectation that team members are going to need to be more technologically savvy than ever before. So Grainger's been around for over 83 years. We were $8 billion in sales in 2011, and we are what we call an MRO supplier and distributor. So but I think it's really important to first start, if you talk about generations, you talk about age advantage, you first got to start, I think, with organizations and whether or not they're committed to diversity. Because age is just another facet of diversity. And so when we think about diversity, a lot of companies stop at the gender, the ethnicity, the traditional ways we look at diversity. And Grainger decided that's not nearly enough. Talk about, well, what's the business driver? Why is it so important to think about diversity? And I think it really boils down to one simple fact, which is organizations need to be relevant. They need to be relevant to their customers. And if we look at our customer base, we have a very diverse customer base. That typically you see 98% of most organizations who have employee resource groups, they're focused on those things like gender and ethnicity, but you can see 48% as of last year were starting to form generational resource groups. And why is that important? Because it's the first time in our history that 4 generations have actually had to work together in the workplace. 10 to 15 years ago, all we ever heard in organizations was that there's going to be the exodus of baby boomers, and you better do whatever you can. You got to capture the institutional knowledge, and you just better hold on. Well, that's actually not what's really happening. Baby boomers are not retiring, they're what we call rewiring, right? They're going out, they're getting new skills, they're not ready to be set out to pasture, they're really trying to come back into the workforce, try out new careers, try out new skills, apply their old skills, and there's a lot of value in that. An important part is 36% of millennials plan to leave their job, right, when the economy continues to improve. So for an organization, being able to understand those dynamics and why millennials might leave, or are we attracting the right individuals to begin with in those jobs, can be really, really powerful. And then I love the last one, which is 72% of managers find some challenge in managing a multi-generational team. I will tell you that a third of my team at work is older than me, a third probably about the same, and a third younger. And what we try to do is ensure that we are always bouncing our ideas off of each other, because there's a lot of value in getting diverse perspectives. And our mission is about being on the forefront of promoting intergenerational understanding within the workplace. You would be amazed at how different styles, how we process information, how we view information, can get in the way of employees being able to collaborate and be truly productive to deliver to our customers. We believe that it takes all generations to build a house, right? Every generation brings a different set of tools into the workplace. The problem is we typically forget that, and we think that we have to be homogenous in order to get along. And the reality is, in a lot of cases, we don't spend enough time actually valuing what unique tools we bring. But the generations are starting to actually collapse even faster. We used to see good 15, 20 years between how we would call a generation being shaped. They are condensing, and a lot of that is being driven by technology. We're seeing generations actually being very much influenced by current day events, global events, and most importantly, technology. And so they've already named individuals that are born in 1996 to 2010 is now Generation Z, the net generation. And I think what's fascinating about this generation is these are the individuals who actually do not know how to process information outside of technology. They are digital natives. They're not scared of it. There's no technology phobia. They're not going to let technology conquer how they view the world because they don't know any other way. And so I think being able to bring that forward, that flexibility, that willingness to learn, that willingness to say, you know what, technology, I'm going to look you in the face and you're going down, right? Because I'm smart enough to overcome you. I'm smart enough to figure out how to use you to my advantage, can be really quite powerful. couple of points that I would like to point out, which is I would encourage you to look for companies that value diversity, right? It's going to make it much easier. Organizations that really value diversity, who are called out for their commitment to diversity, who invest in employee resource groups, and you can do a Google search on a company, and usually they will post if they have employee resource groups, because then it's an attraction tool, right? They want employees to know that they're committed to hearing their voice.